The matter is, his trial team has won a number of points in this case.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son.
Lil Durk had a court hearing today on June 3rd, 2026, where the Chicago rapper felt so confident with the new motions in his case that he announced he will be home soon.
I want to say shout out to my fans, but I don't like calling my fans fans. I like calling them family. So shout out to my family, supporting me, being there for me. I'm reading y'all letters. If y'all don't think I'm getting them, I'm getting them. I responded to a few. I don't know if they got out, but I appreciate y'all for being on Team Schmirk 1,000%. My mental good. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'll be home soon. Let's get it. Free the voice so you can free the world.
With very positive news coming out with some charges now being dropped against him. He would even check in with his F brothers to share the good news and the release date, reading, quote, Lil Durk is in good spirits as he calls the F crew from jail after his lawyer recently said he is confident about his chances at trial.
I got your speaker, I got Ike right here, I got Chucky right here, I got Mando right here. Who you want me to get first? Who you want me to beat that? Hey, what you on, big boy? And alive every day. It was simple.
Well, I'm asking about you. I'm on you.
You know that.
What you got going?
I'm working on EP, I'm feeling good as feeling good. I just rock it on live. Like literally, you gonna see that.
This even got the attention of rappers in the industry. Young Thug reacting free smirk. Please God with the reasoning for him to be released is due to a trial delay. One investigator wrote today, the Lil Durk case has shifted dramatically. That prosecutors have dropped several charges which will likely result in his trial being delayed, opening a window for a release on a house arrest. However, with the removal of charges, the state is also looking to add new ones to replace it. This means the trial will very likely now be delayed. Famous rap lawyer Mo at Lawyer for Workers would explain that the feds withdrew a lot of evidence that they wanted to use against Durk, but it seems as if they've dropped too many because now they're panicking on what to even do.
The fact of the matter is, his trial team has won a number of points in this case. Some of the evidence that they wanted to use has actually been withdrawn so that the judge didn't have to exclude it. When they bought this case, they said the conspiracy started in August 2022. That's when Durk arranged to get these rentals, these flights. That's when he made arrangements for the bounty. Then they switched that and they said, actually, the conspiracy started back when November 2020. And here's the big one. When they charged Durk, they said in the indictment about the bounty that at the direction of defendant Durk Banks, defendant Wilson, that's OTF Didi, would pay the bounty or monetary reward to the That's gone.
But this is where it gets interesting and why LOL Durk is now in favor of winning the case. Because the feds added a fallback charge in the court system. This is known as a Hail Mary. The feds only add this charge when they are going into a trial knowing they are likely going to lose. So they add this insurance charge for one last hope of locking up the person.
Also added a fallback charge. So when they bought the case, the original indictment, there was no stalking charge. In the second superseding indictment against Durk, they added a stalking charge. And the stalking charge is important because it doesn't require any contract. No quid pro quo, no bounty, no payment theory. You can add that charge and simply prove that, hey, he was telling people to go do this. He didn't necessarily pay them to go do a, but he was telling them to go follow that guy. He was telling them to go stalk that guy. And a jury can look at it and say, a lot like in the Diddy case, that, hey, not exactly sure here. Very, very, very suspicious individual over here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the lesser charge. And so, when the government puts in that fallback charge later in the case, that tells you that they're not 100% sure.
This resulted in Bradford Cohen writing, never underestimate Brian Steele. I actually like Durk's chances at trial. It is not a slam dunk case and it is defendable. Even getting a reaction from DJ Vlad, reading, Lil Durk has a real chance at beating this case. Remember this tweet. They are writing this because of what Durk's lawyers did by announcing a house arrest agreement so good there's no way the judge can refuse it. The update reads, at the end of Durk's court hearing today, the Chicago rapper's lawyer submitted paperwork for a house arrest agreement. The rapper is even offering to pay an officer's salary to ensure that he stays inside his home at all times and monitors his activities. Being so confident that he's going to be getting let go on a house arrest agreement, He had someone on his team record a jail call where he wants the entire public to know that he's not checking into protective custody because he's coming home.
The PC. Hey, I respect your mom forever. The PC.
But this is where the situation got weird, because the following morning, Lil Durk's team would write on his IG story forum, "Crazy how you got to wait until it's dark out to see who's really with you, because no one in the rap industry that he considered friends reached out to him to congratulate him on the positive news, shared around the jail call, getting the hype for Lil Durk's name online." It was radio silent, which is why DJ Academics would explain how all rappers have now left his side. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the went on tour with
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the went on tour with, did songs with, called you they brother, they twin. I wouldn't be surprised if these rappers try to India. These are down low and dirty. And I think this is what, I think Durk right now is thinking that, man, I thought I was just with a whole bunch of real. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. And I feel bad for Durk. When King Slime got locked up, there was a whole parade. Free him! Free him! Free him! Oh, nah. Everybody would post details of the case. How is this humane? How could they do this? Yo, free... not smart. No, free Slime. Durk got locked up. They might give that half a bar. Free Smirk. And they moved the... I'll give credit. I have heard some of these guys have sent lawyers. Good for that. But Smirk is in there, man, realizing the world don't stop spinning because you locked up.
It really seemed as if Lil Durk has now had enough, and he's going to be cutting off everyone in the rap industry. Because the news wrote, Lil Durk shares a powerful message from prison, saying he's tired of being a pawn for the culture and now wants to help shift things in a more positive direction. He said it's been on his heart to guide the next generation, stressing that the kids are watching and they need someone positive to look up to, saying, quote, "It's just been sitting on my heart lately to save this generation. To save these kids, we gotta be their heroes." But right after Durk's team posted this forum, everything turned bad, with investigators believing the feds don't want Lil Durk having jail calls go on social media no more, or Durk sending out these messages for his IG story. So they put Lil Durk back in the hole.
They got Lil Durk in a hole for basically some BS. And right now we're going to show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole, do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privileged and we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS.
But then the truth would be revealed about why Lil Durk was just placed back. Into solitary confinement. The prosecutors are going to make sure Durk is sentenced to life in prison. So they added new M for higher charges against him, with everything now being revealed. The news wrote, Lil Durk has been indicted with another M for higher charge for the passing of Stan Mack. It is believed that Mack was targeted as revenge for the passing of Lil Durk's brother Dang, with the court file reading, the government has informed defense counsel that it is considering filing supplemental charges by June 3rd, 2026. The new charges would add 2 alleged incidents as direct evidence, which would be the passing of Stan Mack. This got the attention of Charleston White, who would react.
Ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. But that boy got a federal no bond. You know you had put that hit out on that boy, so you've been trying to avoid karma. They say karma is real. I say it ain't real. I say you reap what you sow. They say that's karma.
But it's how LOL Durk was caught for the M for hire charge that changes everything, because the man who committed the crime against Afon Mack ended up getting tricked by a federal informant in his own jail cell. It reads, DJ Academics reveals that one of Lil Durk's alleged members confessed to a cellmate who was reportedly an undercover informant that Durk paid him to retaliate for Dethang.
Gets locked up in a cell, and they give him a cellmate. He tells his cellmate who he murdered, how he murdered him, the homie he did the murder with, and who was supposed to pay him for the murder. Thank you. Come again. Perfect. Got him. So he confessed, essentially. He's talking to a cellmate. Listen to how he's talking to his cellmate, chat. Yeah, I had the standard, folk. With a 60 round in that on mic. I let 3 out when he first came out. Marley said, yo, wait till he get to the car. I say, yo, tweaking, boy. By the time he get to the car, that's enough time for him to get his pipe. Yo, so now the cellmate, who's a confidential source, is saying, tell me more.
With the court document reading, the newly unsealed filing in the U.S. District Court in Chicago alleges Durk Banks was behind the January 27, 2022 passing of Stan Mack, who was targeted shortly after he exited the youth center of Roseland on West 111th Street. At the time of his passing, according to the FBI, Stan Mack was the leader of the Smashville faction of the Gangster Disciples. But with one of Lil Durk's guys being fooled inside of jail and basically snitched on Lil Durk, saying he was paid to do the hit, the feds would look back onto the day Stan Mack passed to see what Lil Durk did. The actions made by Durk is going to change the rest of his life forever. Because 30 minutes after Stan Mack passed, Lil Durk posted to his IG story for Dethang. Then 1 hour after this, he posted a video to his Instagram story.
What is this? Slap Khan. Well, look Khan, that'll, yeah. Well, shout out to man. You gotta know your jewelry,
like, while Lil Durk did leave hints that he was involved in the passing of Stan Mack, rappers in the industry reacted to the indictment by calling out a known F snitch, reading, quote, "Let's be real, gang." We all know it was that boy Jam snitching on Durk, trying to free himself out of these cases. This even got the attention of Jam, where Jam wrote on IG, "Man, you for sure one of them rappers I would smack the out of. Hey, look right, it's a million out west guys that know I ain't to play with. I really treat you guys like a kid. You a rapper, so stick to that. You're good at wordplay. Don't use my name for clout. Little boy, it ain't smart real. Little goofy Von off 1700. Don't let this situation fool you, and have them glasses one place and you another." As Jam was exposed for snitching in this case.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam got him
put
in
everyone
a
in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. But eventually he fled.
But it's important to note that Jam didn't say a word about the Stan Mack passing, which arguably makes it worse for Lil Durk that there's now more than one person that is snitching against him. This would end up leaving creators reacting to the Durk case.
Remo, this is my last no jumper. Durk already told me I wasn't supposed to come back up here with that last.
Now look what happened to him.
That man got kids. You talking about look what happened to him.
Definitely not happy about him.
I wouldn't be happy if you go to jail, Adam, because I know you got daughter. Break down.
There's multiple people who are no longer there for their kids as a result of that Durk allegedly called in.
Until they put that on black and white, sir. Stop throwing stuff on a black man who's trying to do something right for the community right now.
The feds have already put out a lot of information about this.
You don't have to put it out. You don't have to put it out.
So
this is a major platform.
You're not the boss of me. We talk about rap on here. I think it is well within our jurisdiction to talk about the fact
that
what
type of police
has been alleged to have ordered them.
This
free smirk though.
Free
man.
smirk. But also
maybe police platform. This some police.
to sit down for a little and decide, hey, maybe I'm not anybody.
The prosecutors would then reveal how much money Durk paid for each one of the hits. Because with Lil Durk being charged for M for hire, the prosecutors need to prove that he hired those to commit the crime. They'd first label the Quando Rondo hit to be a $1 million bounty. How they know this is because in 2022, Lil Durk took a selfie with $1 million of cash on his bathroom counter. To an everyday rap listener, this looks like a regular flex photo you see rappers take every day. But in reality, it changes his case forever. As the prosecutors noted, prosecutors say LOL Durk placed a $1 million bounty on Quando in 2022. The discovery also shows that defendant Banks used his trusted lieutenants to recruit hitmen to fly to Southern California to get Quando, where they believed the selfie Lil Durk took was a confirmation photo to those who wanted to take the bounty to get Quando, showing the cash is ready to be paid. Lil Durk showing his face in the selfie confirms it's him that wants the crime done, and all they need to do is accept the deal. It continues reading, consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited the hitmen by promising to pay the $1 million on behalf of defendant Banks in exchange for flying to Los Angeles to commit the crime. However, the hit for Stan Mack didn't cost anywhere near $1 million. The news wrote, federal prosecutors reveal in the M for hire case of Stan Mack, Mike City, AJ unknowingly told an undercover agent that Durk placed a $70,000 bounty on Mack, but wanted to get it raised to $90,000. AJ met up with Durk during a podcast held on February 17th, 2022. But when this information came out, something very weird occurred, because we would see Lil Tim and Quando Rondo do interviews and have them released on the same day, saying a message that is awfully similar to each other, where Quando Rondo would say that he wishes everything was handled a different way.
First person you gonna go to screaming is, God, why? And all this and all that. I ain't got, like, you see I'm saying my piece right now. I ain't got no beef with nobody.
They said that you were the intended target in that situation.
Man, bet, bro, man. Cause I'm about to keep it real with you, man. All you heard was cap. Nobody know what the really going on, bro. But that really got nothing to do with me, bro.
Which is very surprising that Quando Rondo would say this, considering what he had to go through on the day of the crime.
Search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
But then in Lil Tim's interview, he said a pretty similar message, making many believe this is their way of trolling Lil Durk for being snitched on by one of his own.
Just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f***ing shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, at the end of the day, if they ain't never popped that shit off, that would have never happened like that.